minus 50 seconds. T minus 40 seconds. T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Shout out to Kopish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
All the good work
the
up.
Two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that guy. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kopish.
Afternoon, lovely people. Hope you're well. Liverpool 2, Brighton Hove Albion 2. Liverpool has come to their fourth draw of the season, 4 draws in 10 games, which leaves us second in the league behind Chelsea by 3 points. We are Team Kop-Ish. My name is Callum, Drifty. Man like Matt won't be able to join us for this show, but obviously always there with us in spirit. Before we go any further, please do smash the like button, people. But also, want to plug it from now. Send us your 90-second review of this game. Send it to us on teamkopish@gmail.com. That is teamkopish@gmail.com. So send your 90-second viewers review and we'll get those out. Unfortunately, there won't be any goal reactions because we weren't able to do a watch long because of the 3 o'clock games, etc. Not the result we wanted, not the result we expected, especially off the back of some very, very good performances and victories. Drift, your thoughts on the game?
Absolutely bottled it. Absolutely bottled it. That was the example of a team that went 2-0 up quick, got cocky, bottled it. Nothing else I could say, bro. We stopped playing after 25 minutes. We actually stopped playing after 25 minutes. In the first 25 minutes, we showed that even though Brighton have been playing well, and credit to them, they're a good football inside, and I like Graham Potter, and they've got some good individuals in their team. But compared to us, they're shit. And we showed that in the first 25 minutes. Cut them open, boom, boom, boom. Like, easy as you like, off to roll. And then we just thought, yeah, this is easy, innit? And didn't play professionally for the last 60, 70 minutes of the game. And they came straight back into it. Apart from an offside, could have even won it.
Gonna hit up a couple of super chats. Awful performance. Chelsea will be laughing, having played us and City already and are clear at the top. 2018 to 2020, Liverpool win that game. It's difference between becoming champions and falling just short. Genie Houdini says, I'm done with Keita. He's never there when we need him. Ox needs to leave at the end of the season. The number of times I saw him joy around the pitch with no energy, disgusting. People should see why we miss Genie. Definitely want to have a discussion about midfield. I think the midfield is a big discussion point today. Mr. Cat Sunday says, title race over. Can't see Chelsea dropping points and win the tough fixtures we have, and the way they played, I'm not happy at all. 3 points, guys. We are behind by just 3 points after 10 games. We surely we concede in the league now, guys? Is that what we're doing? We concede in the league after 10 games.
No. We shouldn't concede the league as in give up. But when you look at Man City and Liverpool, the type of results they're getting, Southampton for City today, us Brentford, Chelsea aren't doing that. They're just ticking along nicely,
but
beating
10 games
teams. No. I'm not saying it's over, but if you ask me right now, I'm actually giving it to Chelsea. I'm actually coming away from City, and I'm not because they're there, because they're grinding the results. 1-0 Newcastle, hard away game, but they get the result. Brentford, they get over the line. They're chopping away and just getting those results and just winning games. And we're dropping points to teams that we shouldn't be. And Man City are doing the same. Chelsea are going to just grind their way to this title.
All right, I'll come back to that. Ramirez says 6 points dropped at home from winning positions. Midfield looks a mess defensively. How many do we need to score in order to see off games? That I agree with.
Oh, did the Chelsea game end 3-0? I stopped
Yeah.
checking their result after about 60-something minutes. So I didn't know if they scored anymore.
Couple more super chats. Mr. Dare I say it says today we showed why we won't win the league. Congrats Chelsea on winning the league. Also City winning the Champions League. We're gonna win the League Cup or FA Cup. Guys, please can we not do like we're just out of everything now, boys and ladies and gents in the comments. Like I'm not even saying look, I've said from the beginning I don't think we're gonna win a league, but to say it's done from 10 games in when we're 3 points behind Chelsea who didn't beat Liverpool and lost to Man City, like we ain't got a chance now. This is very reactionary. I'm not gonna lie. To say City are gonna win the Champions League now as well. The City who have bottled the Champions League since 2012.
Oh, who said City's gonna win the Champions League?
Like again, I'm not saying we're gonna win it. Like I'm not saying that, but I'm not giving up now.
And no one's gonna give up.
From the comments, it looks like it.
No, but I get where they're coming from because we're dropping the type of points that you don't win the league when you drop.
But I hear that, but we also
you don't draw with Brighton and Brentford.
Injuries, and Chelsea haven't had an injury. Haven't
Bro,
been hit by injuries.
They're playing without Lukaku, brother, and they're still banging in goals every week, bro.
When they were playing with Lukaku, they were still like Lukaku weren't really scoring goals either, bro. So it's like like
that's what I'm saying, bro. So it's like they get an injury to a big player and it don't affect them.
No, but you say it's a big player, but he wasn't really doing big things there. Like apart from the Arsenal game, he didn't really turn up in any other games. Like
he hasn't been great, but obviously that was like the missing piece to their puzzle. But apparently they don't even need it.
We'll see. Aaron says top of the league, Chelsea heart. Big up to yourself, Aaron. Yeah, look, as I said, I'm not saying we're winning the league, but I'm not giving up the league right now. That's or Champions League for even that matter. Like that's come on, man.
This ain't got nothing to do with the Champions League.
Like that's ludicrous, man. Ty says, yet again, Genie situation come back to haunt us. See, when it comes to midfield, this is where my frustration mainly is. Sorry, again, I've not made any excuses for the game, so I don't get where this is coming from. I'm just not saying we're going to lose the league. We've lost the league in October. People. All right, so I'm going to switch it around. If we were 3 points ahead of Chelsea right now, and Chelsea just had that result, would we all be jumping in here saying we're winning the league? We wouldn't, would we? We wouldn't.
No, but we'd be the favourites.
Yeah, but we wouldn't. No, that's fair enough. Chelsea have been the favourites, I'm pretty sure, since the beginning of the season. But no one else. But no, Chelsea were, I believe, bro. When they got.
Lukaku, well, everyone else spoke to 2-4 City would win it, but yeah.
I think the actual odds were a thing, though.
Yeah, that was the Lukaku hype, isn't it? That's what made them.
Yeah, of course. Ash says 2-0 up. Brighton's first goal fluke. Second goal, Robbo sleeping unlike him. Let's be brutally honest. Midfield is looking weak, not offering any protection. Teams are playing through us too easy. Completely agree with that.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. You see the defense here on paper, it's spectacular. In reality, we are leaking goals like a sieve.
But that's because of midfield drift.
We can't keep blaming the midfield all the time, though. There are a lot of mistakes happening in defense, man. A lot of mistakes happening in defense. Only defender today that can hold his head up is Van Dijk. That was old VVD today. I was watching that game and I was like, he's back. This is old VVD. The rest of them, they all let us down, man. Konate,
Robbo was poor today.
Jesus. We've been saying that too often in the last, say, 6 or 7 months, you know. We really have.
Yeah, do you know, I'm just going to stop saying stuff now because people are just going way too far with this crap. I'm not going to.
No, but you're talking.
No, honestly, I'm not.
There's no way you being positive.
No, but I'm not even being positive.
When we are only in second place, can be looked at in a bad way.
No, but I'm not even being overly positive. I've not once come on here saying we played well. I'm not saying we deserve to win the game. I'm not saying that we look fantastic. But I'm just saying, for people saying that the league is over in October, I think is crazy. Like, we can berate the team and give it to the players and Klopp's decisions during the game and all that. But the same people I'm seeing who were jumping for joy last week at beating United 5-0 saying we ain't got no money, we're still winning the league. 1 week later after drawing and we're 3 points behind Chelsea and now going crazy. Like,
I hear that,
man.
But you
Mr.
must be able. But you must be able to see where I'm coming from.
No, I
when I'm
do.
when
I
I'm
do,
saying to you
brother. I
that
get the
you
brother.
don't draw with Brighton and Brentford and win the league. That shit don't
I
happen, bro.
agree, but at the
It
same
doesn't
time, I've
happen.
not said from the beginning of the season. I've said I don't see us winning the league, but I still
Mm.
think City do win it. Like everyone's talking about Chelsea, bro. The big games they played this season, they've not done well in.
Yeah, but to be fair, bro, they've played all the big teams and they're top by 3 points, bro.
All right, who are the big teams though? Because
All of them. I think the only big team they haven't played is Man United, bro.
All right, but
I think they've played Tottenham, they've played Arsenal, they've played City, they've played Liverpool, bro.
But on paper, they're big teams. Are they actually good though? Arsenal, when they played Arsenal, were they good?
They escaped out of Anfield with points. That was a joke straight off the bat.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. In that game, they deserved to lose based on the balance. The City game, they weren't even close to City. Like they've been bullying the smaller teams, which again, fair enough.
I mean, there's how many games would it be a season against the smaller teams? About 30.
No,
but they keep bullying up the small teams, bro. That's 90 points straight away, bro.
They beat Newcastle today, who were second from bottom. Anything other than a result against Newcastle is a disaster. And again, I'm not trying to justify the Brighton draw because we're 2-0 up. We should be winning that game. Even if we're 2-0 down against Brighton, we should still be winning that game. But let's not act like Brighton are a rubbish team. We've all sat here and said that Brighton is a good team and that Graham Potter should be doing or at a better job. So let's not now turn it around and just because their name's Brighton say that they're a rubbish team. They're not a rubbish team.
I don't know who's saying Brighton are a rubbish team, but Cal, when you're 2-0 up at Anfield.
No, brother, I just said that. I said that.
When you're 2-0 up at Anfield, there isn't an excuse in the world anybody can give me. I
said that, but at the same time, I just don't want just let's not go too overreactionary with it, innit? Like, that's all I'm asking,
if anyone thinks the season is over, then that's ridiculous.
I don't get it, man.
But I still definitely make Chelsea champions now.
Kat Sanders said 3 points is big, especially with Chelsea's fixtures. Agreed. Jamrock says shades of 18, 19 and 08, 09 with a ton of bad draws. Agreed.
Very true. Which is really what's scary.
Genie Houdini says, why can't we bully the smaller teams? That's always been the difference in winning the title. Because
we don't throw our weight around.
The midfield and
we don't throw our weight around, man. We need to be tougher. We can't always be silky and nice, man. We've got to throw our weight around. I don't like that. We don't, you know what I mean? We don't rough teams up a little bit, man.
Musa says, why does Klopp not go to the 4-4-1 in the four? I'm guessing that's 4-4-2 in games
or 4-4-1-1 maybe.
Yeah, he sticks with 4-3-3 throughout the game. He put Jota on too late. Lateness cost us. Agreed. I think Klopp's got a lot of talking. Well, a lot of questions he needs to answer, in my opinion.
He brought the wrong man on as well.
Well, no comment on that, but yeah. Crypto says midfield was poor in that second half. Ox has 0 legs. Jones is lazy. Hendo is the only one doing a job. If Trent decides to go up, midfield has to run more. Agreed. Jones
wasn't lazy. He didn't have a good game, but he's not lazy. That's the wrong word to use for Jones.
Oh, you know what? I'm very tempted to block certain people in this chat still. I'm not going to lie.
What, just for saying that we're bad?
No, bro. People are saying some wild stuff, bro.
Oh, is it? I'm not paying attention. Are they being rude?
Yeah, they are still.
Oh, yeah. No, allow the rudeness, man. That ain't called for.
All right. Should we... I'm trying to think. What should we... Like, God, we can discuss the game, but really...
Let's discuss the game. Let's discuss the game, bro, because...
I think midfield is a big problem right now.
We went 2-0 up, 2 great goals, two great goals. And that was the thing. It wasn't even just jammy goals, Hendo's out, you know what I mean? Quality. Like what, 20-yarder? Beautiful goal. Beautiful cross from Ox. Lovely header at the back post. Mane, 2-0 up, boom. Looking great. And I'm thinking, all right, hopefully 3-0. In all honesty, at that point, I thought, okay, let's win this game 3-0 or 3-1. At that point there, I'm like, right, we've got the 2-0 lead. The game should be won. You just remain professional, maybe grab a goal. We know what our defense is like. They might score a goal. I'm thinking 3-0, 3-1. And then a couple chances are going by and we're like being a bit wasteful, a little bit. Like I said, like days ago, it looked like we were being unprofessional in terms of like I saw a lot of laughing and joking and stuff. And I get it. When you're 2-0 up, like you should be having a good time. You're at Anfield and that. But you know when you think to yourself, no, but stay switched on, boys. Like kill the game dead, innit? Do what real killer teams do, like kill off the game. They wasted a couple chances. Then they get their goal. Their goal was fluke. Their opening goal.
Do you think their first goal was a fluke?
Yeah. Like, you know, you just think to yourself, not a fluke as in like it was a spectacular shot, but you know, you're like, that he'll never do that ever again. He's probably never even done that in training. Like, you know, one of them was like, so not a fluke as in he took the shot, but that brother's never done that and he'll never do it again. He beat Alisson with a 20-yard, 25-yard or whatever it was.
Can't take that away from him.
I'm taking it away from him because he'll never do it again, bro.
All right,
he'll never do it again.
So Drift, if that scorpion kick that Origi scored the other day, bro, he's never done it before. He might never do that again. We're not going to take that away from him.
It's a little bit different when a goal scorer who is a goal scorer does a little something unorthodox versus like a midfielder that's not even a goal scorer midfielder and beats Alisson from 25 yards. Like he'll never do that again in his life, bro. Like he just won't. Like the stars aligned to give him that goal. Like anyway, so they get that goal, yeah. And then you're thinking, wake up, boys, wake up. Like they've got their lucky goal, they're back in the game, wake up. And then we got worse, bruv. We actually got worse, bruv. We got nervous. Trossard is a good player. Lallana, we know he's a good player. But these men are actually like moving to our defenders, bruv. The way Robbo and Trent got done on the Trossard goal. Oh my days, bruv. And you see Kanate, I'm not gonna lie, what Matt pointed out is a real problem, you know. He vacates the defense. Oh, bruv, he's like Lovren. Yeah, that was what you used to have a problem with Lovren about, bruv. That he would always go and chase the ball and not use his noggin.
Yeah.
So what we do, we just got a 22-year-old Lovren then. I'm not saying the kid ain't good. Of course he's good. But Matt hit the nail on the head. He goes chasing the ball, man, and he runs out of position. And I don't think it's a tactic because nobody ever fills in the gap that he leaves. Do you know what I mean? Like, boy, 2-0 up against Brighton and drop points. Fucking joke. It's actually a joke.
I'll read some of these super chats. Ash said, let's switch up the vibe. 10 games in, 3 points behind. I would have took that at the start of the season. I just thought it would have been City would be chasing. Midfield is loose right now. We need midfield. We need Bissouma in Jan bad. He looked quality today. He looked absolute quality today.
Because he is quality, bro. You see that save he made Alisson have to pull off?
Yeah.
Without Ali, we lose today, you know, bro.
Yeah, I agree.
Ali made about 4 really important saves.
Yeah. Jamrock says, not just the midfield, lack killer instinct at times. I agree with that as well.
I mean, we've been banging in 3 goals a game, so I don't know about killing. I think today we got lackadaisical. That's what I think it was. I'm seeing man smiling when they're missing and that. I don't like that. I know you want to enjoy the game, but I don't want you to be all like, after you miss a shot. No, bro, it ain't funny, bro. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
I hear that. Mr. Dare I Say It says, anytime Klopp faces a half-decent football inside without his absolute first team, he bottles it. Wish we would have lost today. F these tie draws.
I don't know about that, brother. A point is better than nothing.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on today still.
A point is better than none no matter what.
We now want our team to lose. Is that what we're saying now, people? Jeez. Eugenie says, what's your general thoughts on Keita? Not on how he played, but just his Liverpool career and what you would want to happen with him. Well, I'll be honest, when he came off, we lost control in the midfield, I thought. And
the funny thing is,
career, it's just stop-start.
I don't actually think Ox played bad, bro. But I think you're right. I think what it maybe is
Ox is not very responsible, though, isn't it? He's not responsible.
Yeah. He's but you can tell that he's not like a central midfielder. He's like a number 10, innit? Because he will take the risks that make him lose the ball a lot. And like Jones, them two, you can just tell they're just attacking players with no defensive mindset whatsoever, bro. At least Naby thinks about defending. Do you know what I mean?
Musa says Ali is a top keeper, but this is not getting any better. But he's not getting any better under Akbird, and Chris Morgan's an awful physio is costing us this season.
I don't think that Alisson's goalkeeping is a problem at all. I mean, I don't know about Archibald. We've always and ahed about whether
Yeah.
he's a good goalkeeper coach, but Alisson doesn't need to get better. He's arguably like top 3 goalies in the world.
Again, it's a bit harsh to be blaming Chris Morgan as well because all the injuries.
Oh no, our
pretty much...
physio team are terrible, bro.
Based on what though?
Based on the fact that we have more injuries than we've ever had in our whole tenure.
But what injury? How are we getting injuries to players?
But remember, the physio isn't just the person who helps them recover, you know. He's the one that sets out the plan, checks on them, makes sure they're all right and all that stuff. So if people are breaking down, then maybe they're not doing their job right. You know what I mean? Can't just be a coincidence, bro.
When you look at the types of injuries we get in Drift, I don't think it's necessarily down to physio. I think it's one, it's lack of rotation. Two, the type of injuries we get, like Caters, that we can't blame that on physio. Elliot, we can't blame on physio.
No, not the leg breaks and all that. Like Van Dijk and Gomez, yeah, you can't blame that on the physio. But what I mean is, why did we go 2 years under the German physios and we were just generally okay? And then we bring in these Arsenal man them who look at the Arsenal record of injuries and now look at their they barely ever get any injuries, bro. Now we've got their team and now we're always getting injuries. Can it be a coincidence?
Arsenal
bro?
Do get injuries, bro.
Not like they used to. They're all right now. Like you don't really hear, apart from Partey, I don't really ever hear Arsenal fans moaning about injuries, bro. So, I don't know, man. That's a massive coincidence if it's not real, bro. I tell you.
King of Poke Zabiri says, "Congrats, Drift, on your Lovren replacement." It's a bit harsh. Mr. Dare say it says, "Had 9 draws last year, 4 already in 10 games. Worrying." Agreed.
We've only won 2 games at Anfield this year, right?
You might be right. Yeah, drew at City, drew Chelsea, drew this one. Yeah,
that's
I think
terrible.
You're right.
That's fucking terrible. That's terrible.
Killer instinct means you free up and you want to bury them. I do think we do lack a bit of killer. I've got to agree with Jamrock there. Like even that Man United game, I get why Klopp took his foot off the gas, but as we've said here, if that's Pep gets 6, 7, 8 maybe.
Yeah, Pep, but they were trying to kill us in that game, though.
I know, but Pep still wouldn't stop. That's that killer instinct. But again, Pep can do that because he knows he's got the squad to deal with anything.
I was going to say, yeah, he's got the rotation.
King of Pogu says, Robbo, Ox, Curtis Jones need replacing now. Bobby's horse crap today.
Robbo terrible.
Robbo don't need replacing, in my opinion.
Oh,
Curtis Jones
but
needs
he needs to come out the team and bring in Simicast for a little while.
We've
moaned about Robertson's performances for too long now.
I agree. Curtis Jones, in my opinion, needs a bit more time to develop. Ox, I think I would move on. And yes, Bobby was poor today. And I don't think he should have started. I think that should have been Jota through the middle today.
No, I didn't have a problem with him starting, but he should have come off after about 50 minutes. It was obviously he weren't on it today.
Yeah. M says Anfield atmosphere non-existent today as well.
Nah, it was there. I feel like they just felt like we did after the team got complacent. Yeah. First half an hour, Anfield was bouncing.
Not just that as well. I think the crowd, yes, the crowd have a job to boost up the players, but the players have a job to keep the crowd going as well. So I think it goes both ways. Rail says, as long as we are 5 points from the top on 1st of January and we get Basuma, I'll be confident. I want to see us getting 1-0 wins and be defensively solid. Yeah, again, I hate to say his name, Genie Wijnaldum. There's a reason why players weren't getting to our defense. There's a reason why chances weren't being created.
Here's the thing, though, guys.
Wijnaldum. Sorry,
actually, no, get through. Yeah, do the super chat, bro.
LFC for days says Keita used up his free FIFA injury-free trial perk. Zlatan says get Tuchemi from Monaco in January as our number 6 backup. Move Hendo to number 8, and people saying the title over is smoking. Stop smoking. Ash says Ox and Jones just don't judge the vibe of the game positionally. Both reckless. At 2-1, midfield need to strangle the game, even just give fouls away in certain situations to slow momentum down. Agreed. Again, it's naive. It's naive midfield play. But yeah, so the reason I keep on mentioning midfield drift and the reason I keep on talking about Genie Wijnaldum, I know everyone will say, yep, the reason why we weren't conceding goals was Virgil and Gomez, and they were a massive part of it, as well as Alisson Becker. But what do we always say, bro? Prevention's better than cure, right? Bruv, Alisson shouldn't really be getting called into the game more than 2 or 3 times a game, in my opinion. that means your defense have to do a job. But before that, your midfield are the protection. Like, and not even to compare them player for player before anyone goes crazy. But I was thinking about it today. The most successful Barcelona team we've seen was with Busquets holding Xavi and Iniesta, right?
Mm.
How many assists did Xavi get in a season? Barely any, innit?
5, yeah.
If that. No one cared, did they, Jeff?
Because he controlled the whole game, every game.
All right then. Iniesta, yeah, he used to get a few more assists than Xavi and all that. But again, his main thing was to do what? Control the game, innit? Strangle the ball, and they strangled the team. Busquets mopped up everything to the point where Gerard Piqué and their defender, who was Mascherano, didn't really have to do much in the game. Virgil, Gomez, Lovren, and it was our fourth choice. Did we have another centre back?
When?
Who was it? And Matip, sorry. In the season we won the league, it was Fabinho, Gini, and Hendo. How many chances did we used to give away in games? Hardly any. So for everyone sitting there who used to cuss Gini and say, oh, didn't get enough assists, didn't get enough goals, didn't pass forward enough, this is what we're getting now. There's a reason Klopp played certain players in certain positions.
Ball retention. We always used to say it's all about ball retention.
But also being switched on to know when to go forward and when to come back. Also knowing when to pass sideways or when to pass backwards or when to pass forward. When to give a little cheeky foul away. When to slow down the play. When to take a foul, sit on the ball for a couple of seconds and let things calm down. Ox and Curtis, they ain't got that now. Curtis, I can let off with that because Curtis is still young. Ox, I can't, because Ox is old enough to know better, in my opinion, Drift. And I'm not trying to come at Ox, by the way, before anyone goes off on Ox. But there's a reason why teams are playing through our team. Like, the midfield is getting passed through easily.
But Cal, here's the thing, because that's what I wanted to say before.
Sorry to cut you, Drift. And again, I'm not saying our midfielders are rubbish. They are not. But there's a difference between being defensively switched on and just being a good player. We miss a Genie replacement, even if it's not Genie, a Basuma type player, a Kessie, someone who can look at the game in front of them and say, I'm going to stand in this position because I think the person might pass it there and I'm going to block off the avenue. We ain't got that. And that's why we can't manage games. Games are managed in midfield. You cannot manage the game in defense and you cannot manage the game up front. You manage the game in midfield. That is why we are not getting the same results.
But in saying that, bro, haven't you noticed that teams just keep skipping our midfield out anyway, though? I've noticed people just keep hitting diagonal balls against our fullbacks and they just keep getting in and the whole midfield's taken out the game anyway.
I wasn't really noticing that today, though, Drift. And even against Man United, they
were going down their flanks quite a lot today, bro. No. Like that, they were. I think both their goals came from flank play today.
But when you say flank, remember Hendo and Genie would still get out and cover those positions.
Yeah. I know. No, what you're saying about midfield is right. But what I'm saying is I'm noticing a lot of teams are just hitting long balls because of our high line, or they're just going down their flank, and the midfield's getting missed out anyway. Do you get what I mean? Like you can get from defense to attack too quickly against us. I don't really like it. Like, bang, all of a sudden, I'm like, whoa, hold a minute. Their goalie had the ball. How are they on the edge of our box? Because they're just hitting long balls, bruv. They're just, bruv, it's getting on my nerves. It's getting on my nerves, bruv. Everything about it is just pissing me off of how unable to keep a clean sheet we are. It actually shows how bad Man United were in that game that we kept the clean sheet.
I don't want us to do that, Drift. I don't want us
No, but bro, who else have we kept the clean sheet against, bro? We barely keep them, bro.
No, up until the Chelsea game, I'm pretty sure we didn't concede in the league.
But bro, 2, AC Milan got 2, Brentford got 2, City got 2. Who else? Norwich we beat, Watford we beat, but they're so terrible. Like any team who's even got a decent attack scores past us, bro. I don't know, man. I don't like how we're just letting in goals, bro. I just don't. It's annoying. Like, I don't feel like we're going to keep a clean sheet, ever.
No, I did. Going into the game today, I did think we would keep a clean sheet, if I'm going to be honest.
I
did think
I
we would have.
didn't. I thought it would be 2-1, and then when we scored 2 goals, I thought 3-1. They'll get a goal.
Fair dues. Jamrock says, what teams to feel they lost the game? We want teams to feel like they lost the game before the game starts. Agreed.
Oh shit! Did Norwich get a goal when we played them? Did they really?
No, Norwich didn't get a goal. We beat them 3-0.
Oh, someone just said Norwich score. I was trying to remember what the Norwich score was. I can't
Norwich didn't
remember what the
score.
Norwich.
We beat them 3-0. Jota,
Was-
Firmino, and Salah. We beat them 3-0.
Oh, okay, yeah, I don't even remember the actual game itself. Might just go fuzzy.
Star Days in your super chat didn't come through for you, so if you just send it again for me and I'll get that read out. Chris Angel says we need a natural number 9 and an old school number 10 who can break opposition's defense in January. Who would you guys buy in January? Realistic buys, please.
I think the only realistic buy from what he's described there is if Liverpool show any wages ambition and go and get what's his name, because he's free in the summer.
You think of Vlahovic?
Nah, Juve boy.
Dybala.
Dybala's the only player who kind of plays those positions from the super chat that is realistic, but only if we pay the wages. He's on like 200 grand a week. I don't even think we'd pay him that, but he's free. So
for me, it's I'd get Basuma and I'll try and get a wide forward. We need another midfielder, man.
Oh no, 100%. And we really need to address the fact that Fabinho actually is a midfielder that misses too many games. As good as he is, he does miss too many games and random injuries. Like, where did he even get the injury that's had him out for 3 games now?
I was going to ask you that. I'm not. When did he get injured and how did he get injured?
Fuck knows, bruv. He came back from international duty fit, and then all of a sudden he's just been injured now for 3-4 games. It's weird, bruv.
LTAB says FSG too cheap, causing us titles and trophies. We're already 3 down to centre midfielders after the PR said we were covered with 8. FSG out, enough is enough. LFC for days says midfield was getting passed like a blunt. Don't effing kill me. It was embarrassing at points. I say you can't play Ox and Curtis, but there was no other options. There was literally no other options.
Oh no, yeah, there was no other option.
Which again, that's down to the club.
Shocking, absolutely shocking.
Ramez Khalil says that Hendo Ox Jones midfield is diabolical. I agree. Nino says greeting cows and drift. Absolutely gutted, giving up the lead like that. We should learn to drop back. No need for fullbacks to attack when we have the lead. So I see. I think we were right attacking
at that point.
Yeah, I think when it goes 2-1, that's when you say to your fullbacks, hold up, chill. At 2-0, I think you can still be adventurous. At 2-1, you don't.
I'm the other way around, bro. I think at 2-0, you told them to now sit in and just manage the game. At 2-1, you go, all right, actually, go get a third. Let's kill this off. They've got a little bit of momentum. I would actually say the other way around, bro, to be fair. 2-0, you just sit in and manage the game now. There's no need to even leave any spaces at 2-0. Game's won. At 2-0, the game's won. It's just about getting to the finish line. You could be 2-0 up in 5 minutes. Bro, but you could be 2-0 up in 5 minutes. The game is won at that point if you shore up. Because you've got the lead, bro. And you've got a cushion. They could get a goal and you still got a goal. Do you get what I mean? So by all intents and purposes, at 2-0, you just don't concede. Obviously, it's easier said than done, but at 2-0, boom, game won, shore up. Everybody just get in there, don't leave any space, don't do anything stupid. See the game out. Even if we've got to play shit for another 80 minutes, another 7 minutes, see the game out. Manage this. We're 2-0 up. Game's won.
I hear that. Can't disagree. Edwards says Hendo, Fab should be competing for CDM. Thiago and Jones for left centre midfield. Cater and Elliott for right centre midfield. Some replace Ox and Milner with a DM and a left/right-sided centre midfielder.
I'm starting to believe that as much as I love Naby, if he is just going to keep breaking down, this is just going to remain the most frustrating thing in the world.
All right, so on that drift, this is where I agree with the physio sentiment. He was clearly rushed back for this game.
Yeah, because the injury looked like the Pogba injury. Like he was pointing at his calf when he was on the floor. But bro, we had to rush him because there's no one else, like you said, bro.
But so that's not Naby's fault then, bro.
Well, it's Naby's fault for being brittle, but obviously it's not his fault for playing in the game.
Brittle, bro. Pogba almost broke his leg.
No, but I mean in general. Like the injuries, he's brittle, innit? Do you know what I mean? Like we can't blame anyone else but him for being brittle. But yeah, he shouldn't have played in this game.
I thought you were talking about just this today's one. I was like,
no. I just mean in general.
Okay,
like you know what I mean? And you know what? Maybe it is his fault because maybe he should have went, I want to play, but guys, I don't know if it's a good idea. You know, sometimes you've got to be a bit honest, bro, as a player.
Drift, all right, Drift. If you weren't 100%, but you knew you could still pull out performance, would you have not turned up?
No, not turned up. But I would have been honest with the physio if I was an injury-prone player. If I was a player who always got injuries, I would be honest if I wasn't 100% because I know I'm doubling, tripling my chance of breaking down in this game and maybe being out for even longer. Do you get what I mean? Yeah. I would rather Naby was like out for a week but was all right next week than God knows how long he's out for now. What if it's a month?
Yeah. Jamrock says, question, how many midfields should we have, 8 or 10? The thing is,
you should only need 6 to be fair.
Yeah, I was going to say 8 should be more than enough, but you have to look at the names who the 8 are. If 5 of those are injury prone, then really and truly you only have 3% of midfielders you can rely on.
We don't have a non-injury prone midfielder. Do you know that?
Jones. I think Elliott's not really injury prone. I think he's in, like, he showed that last season. He got through.
I wouldn't even count Elliott as a thing. I count him as a wide forward. You know,
he's playing centre mid, bro.
Well, he was playing like attacking 8.
Yeah, centre mid, bro.
And we were all shocked. Like he is a wide forward. Like I wouldn't really call him. I mean, technically we're gonna, if Klopp's gonna play him there, but at the beginning of the season, we would have put him as a wide forward. We wouldn't have put him in the midfield. Do you know what I mean? So,
Glenn says, watching it back a bit behind, we were 4 off Chelsea. Mane turning point. The turning point was the Mane disallowed goal.
I think we were poor before that, to be fair. I think we've been playing poor for a little while before that. It actually looked like it hit his shoulder. Did you watch the replay?
Yeah, I did. I thought Mike Dean was just Mike Dean.
The first time I thought, it's hit his arm. Like, yeah, handball. And then afterwards, it kind of looked like it bounced up off of this part of it. I was like, hold on a minute. That is chest. Yeah. Mike Dean is a fucking terrible. Why did he get our game again? Why does Mike Dean keep doing Liverpool?
He is a terrible ref. He must have some sort. He must be just good buddies with the people who are appointing the refs. He's one of the worst refs I've ever seen. Ash says Genie was the ultimate team player. Judgment of the situation of the game was always right. When to go, when to screen the defense. Ox Jones don't have that skill. Agreed. Glenn said it's only 3. Yeah, it's only 3 points, Glenn. I didn't want to say it and then people in the comments come for you, Glenn. Zlatan says bring on one-legged Milner at the base of midfield. Nah, poor Milner's injury prone as well now because he just been
was he on the bench, Milner?
I shouldn't have been. No,
I didn't see the bench.
Crypto Nation says for long balls, our midfield need to be at certain distance to the back line so they can run to cover, but we just don't have the legs. Agreed. That's the point I was going to make as well, Drew. If you see when the ball goes over the midfield, they also need to be positionally aware for anything that drops as well. So say, for example, the ball's headed away by our centre-backs. They need to be the first person to get to that ball. And that's what I feel is not happening as well. Because
They don't get the second ball.
Because they're not thinking ahead. We're very reactive in midfield as opposed to proactive. Now, you see someone like a Basuma or a Kante, they will stand in a position. When if you just pan over the pitch and you look at them, you think, why are they standing there? And then the next thing you'll know, they've got the ball. Fabinho does it all the time. It's not a coincidence that Fabinho makes so many interceptions. Like, he just knows where to be.
Do you know what I think a real issue is as well? And again, I don't want it to be because we've had a shit result, we just start all thinking about negatives, but we might as well while we're on that train of thought. Other than Thiago, who's got a fabulous leap on him and is actually a good header of the ball, our midfield can't really header.
No, Fabinho and Hendo can. But apart from that, that's it.
They're all right.
No, they can't. No, they're good.
They're
good
all
headers.
right, bro.
No,
I don't really see
good,
Fabinho win many headers, in midfield.
I do.
Nah, bro, I don't.
He does, bro.
If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I don't really ever see Fabinho winning headers.
But those are the
And
only three.
our fullbacks are terrible at headers.
Yeah.
Like, they never win headers. Trent and Robbo, they
Trent definitely
never
doesn't.
win headers, bro. They are awful at headers. Like
that, yeah. Chris Angel says Falco has been. Sorry, that's meant to say Flacco. I'm guessing Flacco has been off fitness wise. I don't know if you guys remember the game towards the end of towards the end where he was winded and had his hands on his knees. Yeah, he's again. You got no one to rotate with. You get run into the ground, and we're only 10 games in. Like, it's not good.
Not good at all.
Mr. Dare I say it, Drift says, if Thiago gets another 1 to 3 month injury again, as talented as he is, he needs to go. Also, Naby, Ox, Taki, Origi need to go ASAP. Simicast, time for his career too. And Simicast for his career too. Not Simi. Too early, in my opinion.
And while we throw Minamino and Origi under the bus, they didn't even do anything. And when they've played, they've actually contributed. It does start to make me feel like people do have agendas when like somebody's actually contributing when they're playing, and you still go, get rid of them. Like, I don't think Taki and Origi have done anything wrong this season.
I don't know if that's based off this game or
no. Yeah. I know he's not basing off this game, but that's what I mean. So if you're basing it off when they've played well. Minamino and Origi have not done anything wrong in the opportunities they've been given this season. Like, I don't know. I just find that a bit strange to throw them under the bus, but fair enough.
Sam Max Legend says, Stinkerman Tuchel wins this game 2-0, parks the bus game 1, hit them on the counter. The way Liverpool play, we need fully fit players all the time. FSG not investing is a source of the problem. Results are symptomatic. Get rid of FSG. Yeah, I've said I don't want to speak about FSG, but what I will say is I agree with that comment. Lord Walker should have brought Matip in and played 5 at the back at 2-1. This is what I said about formation flexibility as well, Drift.
Oh, like, fuck's sake. Jamie just said Klopp confirmed it's actually a hamstring injury.
For who? Naby?
Yeah.
Oh, that's it then. I can't. Again. All right, you know what? Zabiri says we need a head coach and to replace the medical staff. Agreed. I'm going to go on to Naby in a minute. I'm trying to compose myself so I don't say things that are too far gone. Jeannie says we still have no idea it is these group of players have the mental fortitude to win a close title race.
Yeah, you can't even really deny it. We won the league because we were so far ahead. It got easy.
Very true. Jeannie says, why are we the only big club that lacks something when trying to challenge for the title? I blame the owners.
It always comes back on the owners. They sent Klopp in without the reinforcements that he needed, man.
Shout out to Issam Sel, who's just become a member of ours. If you guys want to become a member, click the link in the description, please, people. Jamrock says, so we don't need more midfielders. We need 3 replacements. Yeah. For me, it's replacements. I don't just want us to stockpile midfielders. I want replacements. There's no point just stockpiling because then players are going to be left off and not being able to register. Again, with all due respect to these players, Milner, Ox, and Naby have to be replaced at the end of the season or by the end of the season.
Cal, we throw Milner in there all the time, and I think it's disrespectfully because Milner's been one of our best players this season.
I agree. No, I agree, Drift. But when he can't play more than a couple of games in a week.
Yeah, I know, but I feel like having him around is actually saving our ass, bro.
No, but I don't want to.
Who plays right back when he's not there? Or who fills in? Or who?
We need to go.
Do you know what I'm saying, bro? He played 3 games in a row. Remember?
I know, but now he's out, bro.
Well, that's because we overrinsed him.
Yeah, look, if we kept Milner for another season, I'm not upset about it. But
I'm just
if I
saying the
could
man
replace
bloody fills in every time we need him. Like I don't know why everyone always goes get rid of Milner. I understand the sentiment that a 36-year-old should not be a part of the team
nothing to do with his
in
age,
like a
though, bro.
big capacity. Well, it kind of is because if he was only 28, he'd be probably starting. Do you get what I mean? So it is kind of his age.
To me, it's more about the injuries and like I still keep him around and let him be a coach, but in terms of taking the squad to the next level, I do think we need to replace him and get a proper right back to challenge Trent.
I think he should be part of the coaching team, but still be on the playing roster so he can fill in if there's an emergency.
I can live with that.
You know, like what Carson did at City, where like you're like, oh my God, what? And he's played his first game for like 2 years, and you're like, I even fucking know he was there. Like, if Milner's ever needed as like an emergency.
Yeah, I could live with that. Mr. Dare says Taki and Origi aren't even rated by Klopp, and if Simi can't get a game against Brighton, Watford, when is he ever going to play? I agree with that as well. Simi needs to be getting more minutes. I actually think it's kind of criminal that he hasn't got more minutes. I wouldn't be surprised if he started against Atletico, to be honest. And I think
it's also based off the fact that Robbo hasn't been poor, but he hasn't been good.
Yeah.
Like Robbo keeps on throwing up 5s and 6s, then why can't Simi play? Do you get what I mean? Like,
yeah. Thibaut says teams built like a wet biscuit. Yeah. I can't lie, we are. John Conway, shout out to John Conway. Hi guys, bad result today. Facts. Jamrock, Lord Walker says no. Read that one as well. Might be up to date with the super chat. Sparing me drift. Shaka A says Millie doesn't demand games, doesn't hurt the quota. Yeah, look, I have no problem keeping him. Like, I can't really argue with Drift's point, to be honest, of putting him in coaching staff and having him around in the squad. I can't disagree with that. Can't disagree with that. But Ox and Naby, in my opinion, they have to be moved on now, and we have to replace those two players. How and who with? Obviously, there's a debate there, but I think those are the two players. I don't know if you agree or disagree with that, Drift.
Turbo, I was distracted by a couple of Thiago comments that kind of baffle me as well. Because Thiago was pivotal in us getting third place last season, and people act like he hasn't done anything. It really baffles me. Like, he might not be Bayern Munich, Thiago. Injuries haven't allowed him to be that. Most of his injuries were assault-based. It wasn't like he's just like just breaking down. Like,
we say that, to be honest, Drift, apart from the Richarlison one, his other injuries have been Naby-esque injuries, bro.
But he only had one other injury, bro. What other injury did he have?
I'm pretty sure
when he came back from January, he played till the end of the season. What other injury?
I'm pretty sure he picked up another injury last season.
No, bro, he consistently played, bro.
This season, I think didn't he before the end of the season? Not before the end of the season. I'm sure he picked up one after injury. And then from
my memory, the only game he missed was the Real Madrid game, and that was just a silly tactical decision. From like January to the end of the season, I don't remember Thiago missing a game through injury.
I'm not saying we should be getting rid of Thiago, by the way.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, and this year that guy like clattered into him on the side of the pitch after he made a pass, and the guy just smacked into him, and then I think it was his knee or whatever. It's like impact based. But anyway, the whole thing about Thiago ain't done nothing. He was pivotal in that 10-game run when we got third. Yeah. Like, that, to me, that's doing something. And again, it's like you said, Cal. People are like, no goals, no assists, guys. Please understand and just know football. I'm not even trying to call people out or say they don't know what they're talking about. Thiago's game has got fuck all to do with assists and goals. Like, it's got nothing to do with that. You put Thiago in today's game, we win that game 2-0. He controls the game. He does what we're asking for, where midfielders just stop being stupid and they just hold on to it for a little while longer. Assess the situation, find some space. Like, he does all of that. How do you think we went on a 10-game run?
I'm gonna be honest.
You know what I mean? Like,
we shouldn't even be addressing this.
No, I know, but I'm just trying to educate. No, you know what it was? Like, I don't want to leave certain man out in the cold. We're a family. I want to open the door, bring man in, give man a blanket, give him some hot cocoa. Like, Thiago, you're doubting the ability of Thiago. Come on, man. Like, this is crazy. He doesn't goals and assists. He's not a laptop footballer. He's not the type of guy where you're like, hey, I tell you why Thiago's good. In 2004, 18 assists and 24 goals. 2000, do you know what I mean? Like, that ain't Thiago. You got to watch the game to appreciate Thiago. You know what I mean? I wish we fucking had him in today's game. My days.
Sam Max Legend says Klopp needs to be brave and drop Robbo awful today. Yeah, Klopp needs to be brave. I'll agree with that. He needs to let go of some of his favourites. In them being like, apart from Virgil, maybe, and Alisson and Salah. So Virgil, Alisson, and Salah. I don't think anyone else in that squad should have a guaranteed place in the starting 11.
I don't even know if you could say Virgil while he's recovering from injury. Like today,
Virgil's
he was a monster, but up
yeah.
until today, he's worried me a little bit. And there's probably games I would have dropped him, brother, if I'm being honest.
Fair, but so there it is then. So it should just be Alisson and Salah then. And
I would have brought Salah off today. I thought he was having a bit of a stinker.
Yeah, I don't like the fact that Salah went through the middle as well so early.
I would have put Mane right, brought off Salah, put Jota left, and put Origi up front with 20 minutes to go. We needed a goal, and Firmino and Salah were playing poor. I know they bail us out a lot, but sometimes you got to think about the game you're watching rather than the reputation they have, and just think like they're not having a good game today. Like Salah was trying to like do weird shit today.
Dare I say it though, Drift? It's hard to bring off Salah with the form he's in at the moment.
No, I hear that, but today's game, he was making all the wrong decisions, man.
Klopp is in a no-win situation with that one because if you keep Salah on, we say he stunk up the place, which he kind of did. If we take him off and we still don't score a goal, we're like, you took Salah off with 20 minutes to go.
Yeah. That's the risk of being a manager, I guess.
True. Very true. Mr. Dare I Say It, Drift says, when did we become at medical center? Oh, yes, 2015. Abdul Malik says, guys, can we talk about Robbo's performance? He can't pass, he can't cross, low IQ offensively, can't shoot, can't take on anybody, won't take risks.
Who, sorry?
It's about Robbo. I wouldn't go as far as saying he can't pass, can't cross, has a low IQ, and
God.
Shooting is poor. His shooting is actually
poor. Shooting poor. All that other stuff, he's just out of form.
And he can take on players. Not as well as Simicast, but he can take on players.
Go and watch that Scotland game that they played in the last international break if you think he can't pass. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Let's do better. But he's playing poor. Simicast should be playing.
Yeah, Danny says, I'm sick of FSG. Kanato ball watch. Naby injured again. Time to sell. Ox not good enough. Jones awful again. No urgency to attack. Need a bigger squad.
You know what? You see the Naby thing. Naby earned himself another chance with that Man United performance because he proved what he can do if he does play. He did. He earned himself another chance.
When you say another chance, what do you say by another chance?
That I don't think we should sell him.
See, that's where I can't agree with, because if we're looking at one great game he's had, and it was a great time to pull out.
Well, even his form up into that point, bro.
But his form wasn't amazing. You say he was in good form. You wouldn't say he was amazing.
He wasn't in amazing form, but he was in good form. He's playing well. Apart from the Atletico, the two mistakes in the Atletico game, he was playing really well. He's had a good season.
I don't think that's enough to grant him. I don't think that's enough though, Drift. He needs to be available, bro.
But the availability is really getting on my nerves. It's really, really getting on my nerves.
This is when he came in 18-19, right? 18-19, he missed a bag of games. 19-20 missed a bag of games. 2021 missed a bag of games, and now we're here.
Yeah, but he's played well till this point. This is Naby's first injury.
This season?
Yeah. He hasn't been injured, but apart from being stretched off in the game against United, he hasn't missed a game through injury. This is Naby's first injury of the season. I think he's having a good season.
Shaka A says,
but obviously he gets into some form, and then you're like, fuck's sake, it's another one.
But again, you also said the Atletico game, he got hooked at half time.
No, that was because defensively in that game he was playing badly, but he scored a goal in that game at least.
He kicked the grass, bruv.
Oh yeah, no shit, he did, didn't he? I
We were
forgot
doing a
about
watch
that.
along for that Griff. He kicked the
Yeah, I
grass. I
forgot
did. I
about. No,
told you
but
there
he
was
was back
another.
the next game though, so
He
that wasn't a
wasn't. He
real
wasn't.
injury.
He wasn't back the next game, Drift.
I'm sure he played the next
You
game.
weren't, Drift. You weren't, bro. Remember, we were giving it to Matt because of it, bruv.
No, that was in the
No, he
aftermath.
weren't. He weren't available for the game, bro.
What game did he kick the ground in? City.
Nah, Norwich in the League Cup.
And then what
He
was the
missed
following game?
He missed the game in the league after that.
You sure?
Yeah. Yeah, bruv.
I forgot he kicked the ground. No, I actually forgot about that.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, Naby, man.
Chris Angel says, since Andy Massey left, injuries have stacked up. You know, I'm not going to disagree with anyone who's saying stuff about... When I ask questions like, justify why you're saying about the injury, the physios and stuff, I'm not saying it to defend them. I genuinely want to know what people's thoughts are. So I like, if people can show me evidence and facts or point me to stuff, that's what I'm asking. Because I, again, remember, we've got quite a big platform here. We can't just be throwing out comments and saying this player's like always getting injured because of the physio when we can't back it up. So that's all I'm asking. Like, I'm not sold on.
Yeah,
our
it's not
physio
factual. You can't act like it's factual because it's
that's
actually
why I'm
really
asking.
ignorant to make that. But it's very coincidental.
I agree.
It's very coincidental, bro.
I agree.
Like,
but again,
my days.
if I'm gonna really go at these lot, then I need to have some facts in it, or else I'm just going based off hearsay.
No, I hear that. I hear that. But if you've had 100 quid on the side of your cabinet for a whole year, and then one brother comes around your house, and then the next day you realize your money's missing, it's a massive coincidence. You know what I'm saying, bro? It's been there all year. Like, it's a massive coincidence, bro.
I agree.
That's all I'm saying.
I do agree. Curtly says Klopp made his first substitution in the 78th minute poor. I think it's because he had one eye on the Atletico game. Shows the squad depth is worrying.
I don't think he was looking at the Atletico game from the starting lineup.
Not from. Yeah, definitely not.
But we definitely got complacent once we went 2-0 up. That's what the problem is. Man, that 2-0 up feels like a long time ago. My days.
Yeah.
And I told you already, brother, about my accumulator. I was one result away from £973 and then Liverpool dropped points. Bro, I'm fucking livid today, bro. I am livid. And I could have even cashed out and won £89. But I thought, nah, I'm sure I'll be a lot more upset at winning £89 and losing out on £973 than I will be to lose out on £89 at the chance of winning. Because if I'd have cashed out at £89 and my bet had come in, I think I'd be more pissed off that I didn't win £973. Do you get what I mean? It'd be like, I cashed out like an idiot and I just lost myself £900 or whatever. But do you know what I ended up cashing out at?
Go.
£32. No, £38 I ended up cashing out at. Ooh. So I didn't even, not only did I lose out on the £900 I was one result away from, while that game was a draw, they were still offering me a cash out after that team equalised. And I just panicked and cashed out a 30. I'm not even going to check if that game ended in any... Like, I haven't even checked. Because if that game did end in a win, bro, I'm never going to check. I'm never, ever going to check that. That's why I'm never going to tell you lot who the team was. Because someone's going to go, oh, yeah, this happened. And then I'm going to be even more vexed. Because if I only won £38 when I should have won 900, I'm going to. And if Liverpool do that, oh, not today. Not today.
Marcus Barnes says, Klopp confirmed that Keita has a hamstring issue. I completely agree with Cal, our midfield, about our problems in midfield. KM, I don't know. Nigel LFC TV says, why does Klopp take so long to make substitutions when things are clearly going against us? Also, let's pray for some midfield health and a good Jan window. Yeah, we do. I'll be honest. I'm not even thinking about January. I don't see anything happening in January, especially if AFCON gets cancelled. And even if it doesn't, I don't see anything happening.
Oh, yeah, there is quite a lot of news coming out that AFCON's going to get not cancelled, postponed. And then they might do what happened with the Euros where it gets pushed back to another part of the year. Okay. Yeah, apparently that's what might be happening. But let's not get our hopes up because we obviously know That's not confirmed yet. But
Flintoff
FSG ain't
says,
doing nothing. All FSG are going to do is what everyone's going to do in January. Just sit back and watch what Newcastle have to do. That's
I
all that's
think
going to happen in January.
I think we'll extend Mo's contract and release that in January.
Well, I would be happy if we get it done full stop, but that is just shocking if that's what the PR are going to try to spin again. My word.
Yeah, Flintoff says one positive is that our midfield are contributing a lot more goals this season. It's annoying, but we go again. Chelsea will drop points. Don't worry.
Will they?
Yeah, they will.
I don't know where, but
I think they will. Nino, we blame FSG for not having a squad, but Klopp showing it's not given he changes with Robbo and Simicast situation. What's the difference? Bet Bobby and Jota last year. I agree. I don't know.
That's actually a very good point, you know.
Yeah, the Simo.
What
the
is
Simicast
actually
and
the
Robbo,
point in having a squad if when the player who's his favourite is out of form, he still doesn't rotate? That's actually a very good point still, because Simicast is a prime example of we now have a player who's good enough but isn't being played still. It's a very good point, you know. I can't even lie. That is on Klopp. That is on Klopp. We can't even deny it, bro, if we're being honest.
Jamrock says, didn't watch the game, saw the start midfield, no defence.
To be fair, Jamrock, until Naby got injured, the midfield was actually doing well.
Yeah.
It was actually... Do you know what it is, Cal? For me, it's the balance, bro. As individuals, they are good players. There's no balance in the team. Like, for example, if you're going to play Ox in your midfield, you have to have Henderson and Fabinho in the midfield because there has to be two people willing to mop up the mistakes that he'll make being risky, because his risks can lead to reward, but they also lead to us being counter-attacked on. If you're going to play Jones in midfield, you have to have a Keita and a Henderson, or a Keita and a Fabinho, because he doesn't lose the ball as much as Ox, but he's still a forward-thinking, risk-taking midfielder.
Yeah.
Having Ox and Jones on the pitch at the same time, Henderson must have thought, fuck me.
Yeah.
I'm getting rushed here in midfield.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because there were so many gaps opening up. And when Henderson's going over to do covering for anyone else and vacating that central spot, there's nobody filling in for him. So, like, everything becomes lopsided.
Replacement.
Everything becomes lopsided.
No Genie replacement.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's about, it ain't about the individuals for the talent. It's about the balance. Styles make fights. Styles make midfields. You cannot have too many players in the midfield that are like for like or don't complement each other. There's a reason why even Ox and Naby to a degree don't work that well together.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like Hendo and Milner, like unless you've got an attacking player in when it's those two, it doesn't work. Like there's too many wrong combinations within our midfield. And I think that is what the problem is, where if we get an injury to one of the big boys, a Fabinho, a Thiago, a Hendo, if one of those ain't playing, all of a sudden the players that start coming in don't complement each other. And today, prime example, man, like I really, really cannot believe how undefensive our midfield was today.
Yeah.
Like, you know, when you just think to yourself, Cal, sometimes, like, I'm a striker and I will still switch on defensively if my team's winning. Like, what is everyone's excuse when I saw Mane headering balls out for corners that are getting whipped in? I'm like, that's the wing forward having to come back past all of you lot.
He was one of our best defenders today.
Bruv, he was, bruv. Mane was doing more defending than Ox, Jones. I'm like, hold on a minute. How was the wing forward fucking filling in more in defence than you, man? What's going on here, you lot, man?
I'm not going to lie. Without getting too positive, I thought Mane had a bloody good game today, man.
He was the best player on the park today, bar Alisson.
Good game, man.
I'll give man and match to Alisson, because without Alisson, we don't win that game. Yeah. But Mane was man of the match. If you're not talking about Ali, bro, Mane was everywhere today, bro. It was amazing, bro. He switched positions 2-3 times. He's defending. Do you know what I mean? There was some. I thought, let's just quickly end on a player rating. We might as well, bro, because today's Van Dijk performance really pleased me. I can't lie. I was really happy to finally watch Van Dijk being the guy that I'm used to him being. Do you get what I'm saying? Like.
Yeah. All right, people, we're going to go full screen with this so you'll be able to hear us, but you won't be able to see us for around 10 minutes while we do the player ratings. Alisson, does he go straight into like a 9, Drift?
9.5, man in a match for me.
So he's excellent. Oh,
Yeah. You see the deflate. This is how you know when we
Yeah.
don't win. Man's
Yeah.
excellent. Oh.
I can't get jolly
No,
for
I
this.
hear you, bro,
can't.
but thanks for making me laugh.
Yeah, Trent. What are we saying for Trent?
5. Yeah, 5. He wasn't good today, man. He wasn't crap, but he wasn't good.
I would have given Trent a 6. Am I being too generous?
I'll let you get away with it because he made a couple of really good forward passes. His passing's always good, though, isn't it? But
Yes. But we shouldn't take it for granted, though.
Yeah, no, I hear that, but he didn't have any of those passes that were like killer, if that makes sense.
But he shouldn't have to have those from right back. That's just
I know,
bonus,
but it's like fucking we just keep relying on him for that shit all
Yeah.
the time, innit?
All right. Virgil. No, Konate, sorry. This one's a bit of a techie one.
Konate gets a 6 for me. I thought he did some things well, but he did some things poor. It was his positional play. And the thing is, no goals came from him running out of position, but I think it uneases the team a little bit when he does it.
Yeah.
Don't know, man. Yeah, 6. It wasn't crap. Just wasn't good.
Yeah. Verge.
9. That was old Verge today.
Same as Ali?
No, I gave Ali a 9.5.
Oh, yeah, we gave him
I thought Verge was his old self today, bro. Winning headers, flicking the ball around the corner, always being in position, organising. No one outpaced him, using his strength. There was a couple of times he just flicked the ball up in the air, span around, took it down and passed it out, bro. And I'm just like, fucking hell, is he back? Is Verge back? Like, bro, it was the happiest I've ever been for Verge.
Special, man.
Ah, man, that was so... And obviously, I hope it continues, but that was Verge today. That's the Verge that I know. Do you know what I mean? Like, that gave me a bit of confidence that he's finding his form again. I thought Verge was brilliant today.
Agreed. Robbo.
5. Robbo wasn't good today. He wasn't good today. He got done for the Trossard goal.
Yeah.
Even though he was covering for Konate, but
he still got done.
And his passing, man. And you know what? It ain't even... I feel like he's passing aimlessly now. Passing was one of Robbo's best attributes, or is one of his best attributes. But now I feel like he just passes without thought. Like, is he overthinking it? Is he... He seems very nonchalant. Yeah. I don't know what's going on with Robbo.
Right. Something's not right. Maybe he needs a rest as well, though. Here's the thing, bro. Let's not forget he played in the Euros. Like Kane.
Yeah. But again, then he did get arrested at the beginning of the season, though.
Not really, bro. He was injured. And as soon as he got back from injury, he got straight back into the team.
He needs to be dropped.
He needs
anyone who's going to start piling on and saying he's not good play. He's not a good player. Give your head a wobble. But he's definitely out of form. And we've got Tsimikas just sitting there thinking, why ain't I playing?
Yeah, what do I have to do?
And you know, in a game like today, where your fullback can come on his weak foot and crossing a good ball, and the defender's not quite sure which way to go, so you unsettle him. That's what you need in a game like today, bro.
That's why squad and rotation is so important.
Telling you, bro.
Hendo.
9. Superb today.
I'd have gone for 8 for Hendo, you know.
Bro, the passing.
Should we in the middle?
What, 8.5?
Yeah.
Yeah, go on then. I thought his passing was brilliant today. He scored a worldie. He kept getting left in midfield by himself, but he was still filling in the best he could. I thought Hendo had a good game. Some of his passes down the flank to Mo in the first half was spectacular. Like just half-turn passing, bruv. I'm just like, no look round the corner passing. I'm like, yo, that's my captain right there.
So underrated, it's untrue.
So underrated. I can't believe there's people in the world that actually say Henderson can't pass it. Give your head a wobble, man. Seriously.
Yeah. That's your quote of the day still. You used to put a smile on my face still. With all due respect to Keita, do we even give him a rating? Because he came off pretty early.
Yeah, no. I thought he was probably having about an 8 till he came off, though. I thought he was playing well, and then that injury.
Should we just give him a 5 as a default then? Because he came off.
Yeah, I guess so. He didn't play enough football, did he?
Ox. Really good cross for the goal.
Yeah, I was going to say I'll give Ox a 6 because I thought he did well in spells, but then overall he was not
positioning
helping
was
out.
bad though, man.
Yeah, but the thing is, the positioning, he's out of position because he's the only one trying to make something happen in midfield, though, and I can't discredit him for that because he was the only one making driving runs. I have to be honest. The problem is the final ball. I think that's what the problem is. The run is always good, and then the final ball lets him down. He overthinks it. He gets like a nosebleed when he gets into the final third.
Ox gets a 5 from me as well, you know, Drift.
Yeah, I'm not even going to argue with anything today.
Ty says Henderson off the ball positioning was shocking.
No,
I think that
no.
no. So again, I think that's where there needs to be context around it. His positioning may have looked shocking because he was covering the role of someone else who he shouldn't have been covering.
That's what I was going to say. Like, it's not his positional sense is crap. It's he's trying to do 2-3 jobs at once.
Because he shouldn't have to be. Jones.
5.
I'd have gone 6 for Jones, but again, I can't.
Oh, would you? Well, I thought Jones and Ox were the same. So whatever one got, the other should get.
Yeah, fair dues. Salah.
I can't believe I'm saying this. I'd only have given Salah a 6, at the most a 7 today. I don't think he was good. I think even though he did get the assist, that's the type of assist I don't really count because it was just cutting the ball back, a simple pass, and Hendo's the one who hit the worldie. He wasn't crap, but like he was overthinking it.
He would have had another assist if it weren't for Bobby missing though.
Which chance? Remind me of the chance.
Can't remember when it was, but Bobby missed a sitter, didn't he?
When Bobby should have actually squared it to Mane and he blazed it over the bar. Bobby. Yeah, I remember that. Do you know what though? I don't feel like Mo's performance deserved a 7 because for me, 7 and up is you had a really good game. And I wouldn't come out of this game unless it's the first time for weeks where I've actually been a bit disappointed with Mo's performance. What would you give Mo today?
I'd have given Mo a 6.
Yeah, I'm all right with Mo getting a 6 then. That's fine. Yeah. I don't, 7. I don't think he was worth very good.
Yeah. Jamrock says, saw the second goal, not Ibu's fault, Hendo and Jones. Maybe I need to go back and watch it. Obviously, in fact, I was just going to say something which would have made us look very dodgy still. I'll watch the game back on Match of the Day Liverpool channel later. I can't remember how I watched the game earlier. So Salah a 6, yeah?
Yeah, that's fine.
Bobby.
I think Bobby gets a poor, you know. I'm all right if you put him in 5, but I actually, and this is, come on, man. You know, Firmino's my guy, man. 20 in all comps. But today, Jesus, I was begging Klopp hooked him after about 50 minutes gone. I was like, nah, you've sent him out for the second half and he's still the same guy he was in the first half. Like, nothing stuck to him. Nothing came off. His finishing was poor. That it has been it's been months since Bobby's played that bad. Like, Bobby's actually been brilliant this season. That was the first time for a long while I was like, I remember when Bobby pulls these stinkers out. I weren't pleased with Bobby today, man. I'd give Bobby a 4 today. I can't even lie.
I completely agree, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I was getting ready to argue with you if you were gonna give him a 5, to be honest. So everything you just said, I completely echo. That you can't be pulling out performances like that.
Yeah.
Cannot.
False I'm really 9, shocked normal. That he was on the pitch until the 76th minute, bro.
Yeah, false 9, real 9, whatever. You cannot be putting out performances like that.
He weren't even smiling even when we were winning 2-0. So I'm wondering if he was having a bad day in general.
Maybe. Mane.
9.
8 point. I was going to go 8.5.
I'll go 9. I thought him, Van Dijk, and Alisson were the standout players today. I thought Mane was brilliant, bro. There's some people who could argue Mane was man in the match, if we're being honest. Yeah. He was brilliant. He was brilliant today.
Can't really give Jota Minamino a rating, can we?
Nah. Minamino was on the field for like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And Jota was only on the field for 14, 15 minutes. But and then again, though, bro, like, I don't even think we created a chance for him when he came on, did we?
We didn't.
I don't even think he touched the ball. Did Jota even get the Get a feel of the ball. Fuck it, no. And again, people are going to think I'm saying this with an agenda, but I really, really ain't. At the 55th minute, after looking at how bad Bobby had been in that game, I genuinely believe that he should have hooked Jones, because maybe you do leave Salah on. Maybe that I was being a bit reactionary to say that I think after 75 minutes, Mo should have come off, because he can just grab you a goal even when he's having a bad game. So maybe what Klopp should have done is hook Jones and put Minamino on, because Minamino would have been a fresh version of Jones, and he might have taken care of the ball better than Jones was during that game. And then he should have brought Origi on and put Origi up front. And he should have just said, you know what? It weren't working with Firmino. Let's hope that Origi can actually take one of these chances that Firmino's been missing. Because again, no agenda, just clearly going off the fact that he is a very good finisher. One of those 3 chances Bobby missed today, Origi scores. And I know on any other day, Bobby will score it as well. So I'm not trying to say like, Firmino can't finish and rare. But one of those 3 chances today, Origi scores. So I would have put Origi on, and I would have brought Bobby off on the 50th minute, and I would have just said, look, for 35 minutes, let's let Origi just run around, be something different, and give their defence something else to think about, because Bobby gave them nothing to think about today. Nothing. Their defence actually had a really easy second half. And I mean, that's probably one of the easiest second halves any team will have at Anfield all season.
Yeah, I agree, bro. I agree, man. I'm deflated, bruv. Klopp gets a 3.567 for me.
Yeah, you draw at home to Brighton after having a 2-0 lead, and your game management for that game can't get you above a 5, that's for sure.
It's not even just a draw. I think it's the fact of, as you said, Drew, if you're seeing Bobby not having a good game, you don't do it. You bring on Minamino instead of Origi when we need a goal. No disrespect to Minamino, but he's not a goal getter like Origi is. And I don't even think Origi's that much of a goal getter. No shade on him. But if you're asking me, you need a goal and you've got 2 players on the bench and it's Origi and Minamino, I genuinely don't even see where there's an argument there.
Yeah. Even that is confusing, but I can't even be asked to even wind myself up about it.
Jota coming on so late, Salah playing through the middle.
Yeah, that never works.
Not recognizing the situation with Ox and Jones and reacting to that. Tsimikas still not getting a game.
Here's the problem, bro, where the Naby injury stuff is more jarring than just what it is. He fucked the substitution. Because in all honesty, even Tsimikas should be coming on, bro. Even Tsimikas. Like if Naby doesn't get that injury and we've got 3 subs.
It's 5 subs at the moment, isn't it? Pretty sure
no,
it's 5.
3, bro. No, it's only 3, bro.
I'm pretty sure I heard during the game them talk about
only in the Champions League is 5, bro. And I think maybe the cup games, but in the Premier League it's only 3, bro. You only allow 3 subs in the
Prem. I'm pretty sure they said in the game today you're allowed 5 subs, but I might just be hearing something else.
Bro, if you're allowed 5 in the league and Klopp still never made more, I'm sure it's only 3, bro. But what's annoying about the whole Naby situation?
Some people are saying 5, some people are saying 3. Can anyone confirm for us? Because
it's 3. I'm sure it's 3.
Okay. Jamrock says with a big squad, Klopp still chooses his favourites. Jamrock, bro, I'm not gonna lie, we go back and forth all the time. I cannot disagree with you right now, and it pains me to say that, not because I just want to disagree with you for the sake of it, but I just want Klopp to use the squad more. Like, and again, the Atletico Madrid game.
At the beginning of the year, Klopp was. I'm trying to figure out what's changed.
But at the beginning of the year, he was forced to, because Robbo was injured, so he had to start Tsimikas, and then as soon as Robbo came back,
remember when we'll play like AC Milan and we'll be like, oh, raw. Like he switched it up and he didn't need to.
Yeah, when Gomez and
at the beginning of the season, he was actually using the squad. And then it was like, do you know what it is with Klopp? It's like when the pressure of the expectancy becomes a big deal. Then he will.
Can I just call this out? What agenda do I have for Naby?
But the thing is, I think everybody's saying the same thing about Naby, though. Like, everybody's saying the same
Everything
thing
I've said about Naby, I've said about Ox. I've said I want Origi to go. I've said I want Minamino to go. Does that mean I have an agenda against them as well? Like, I'll be all right. I'm just gonna say this straight. Whether you agree with me or Drifty, it's only two things I ask from you. One, if you're going to accuse me or Drifty, I've seen a few people accuse Drifty of stuff tonight as well. If you're going to accuse me and Drifty of stuff,
it? Let me know. I've missed it still.
If you're going to accuse us of something, back out with facts. And two, if you're going to like be rude and say certain things, don't cry when it comes back to you, innit? I think everyone gets so comfortable with a keyboard in front of them that they forget what it's like to get smacked in the mouth sometimes. Like, don't say something on a keyboard you would not say to someone's face. That's my only rule. Because if you say that to someone's face, you'll get smacked in the mouth. Like, just be respectful.
Well, people really being that rude, yeah?
Yeah, some people have been. Just be respectful in it. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm saying. I'll leave that there. I'm not even going to touch back on it again. But people will get smacked in the mouth if you say that to someone on the street. That's all I'm saying. Shaka A says Klopp was rotating till the injuries piled up. I think Klopp was rotating because of the injuries.
It's probably. I feel more like it's when the expectancy kicks in. So, like at the beginning, it was all like new season, clean slate, boom, squad's back. Let's see how we go. And we started playing well, and then I feel like when it was like, oh no, shit, we can actually do it. Klopp kind of goes back into his shell a bit and goes, oh well, let me just go back to who I can rely on. I don't know. Do you kind of get where I'm coming from? Yeah. He rotates when it's all freedom and all chilled, and then when he really needs a result, it'll be like, no, I can rely on you. I can rely on boom, 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 and then that's when he kind of goes to the like favorite players. And again, I'm not even gonna act like I don't get it because Firmino, Robbo, these guys are great players and they're all part of our success. But then you look at a day like today and you're like, Tsimikas should have came on for Robbo, but I guess Naby coming off ruined the chance to do that because I would have hooked Robbo up 55 minutes as well and put Tsimikas on. But obviously the Naby injury has already used up an injury and we can't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. When Naby got injured, we were 2-0 up, right?
Yes. Yeah.
I wouldn't have even gone like for like, you know. And I know hindsight is a bitch, yeah? So it's easy to say after the fact. But I probably would have like, you know what? I hate to even say it, Cal. Fucking hell. I mean, I can't believe I'm even going to say this. I might have even thought, let me go 3 at the back. We've got a 2-0 lead. Let me go 3 at the back.
I'm marking the timestamp for this, bro, and I'm going to use this in one of the meme videos still.
Yeah, because bringing on an attacking midfielder for Naby when you're 2-0 up, it is a little bit arrogant. If you get what I mean. I know it's the easy choice because he's the only midfielder on the bench. You just think gold midfielder for midfielder. But knowing that Jones is an attacking midfielder already, and now all you're doing is seeing the game out. Like the game should be won at 2-0, like I said earlier. Maybe you bring on Matip and you just go 3 at the back and you go, well, we're not going to lose this one. We lost Naby. It is unfortunate. Go 3 at the back. Keep Jones and Hendo in midfield. And then if we snatch another goal, we snatch another goal. Like maybe you're right. Maybe that is actually a time where you go 3 at the back. I don't like 3 at the back, but maybe that is a time when you go Naby off.
He wasn't 2-0 up because Ox assisted the goal for Mane in it to make it 2-0.
Oh yes, okay, yeah. Okay, no,
guys,
different. Different scenario then. Yes, it was only 1-0.
But yeah, no, I agree with the sentiment. No, there should be times where we can switch to 3 at the back and still be comfortable enough to do it.
When you're winning a game 2-0, you should go 3 at the back. Yeah. If the other team are getting like a big head of steam against you,
yeah. Zabiri says, put in 17 hours facilitating different nursing homes and Mr. Collins show. I think the lads was affected by my absence and vibes. It's my fault. First and foremost, Zabiri, anything to do with nursing homes, anything that's got a special place in my heart because mum's a nurse and you guys are just underappreciated in general. So keep on doing
especially during these times. Big up, man.
Trust me.
And a 17-hour day. My word.
You deserve a medal for that, bro.
Yeah, man. I think we should drop the beat for Zabiri on that one, bro.
That, bro.
That's a mad thing.
The only person who deserves a beat drop today is Zabiri still. Big up to yourselves, Zabiri.
Yeah, that's big.
Also,
man.
a big up to everyone in the comments who's actually been respectful today as well. Like, shout out to all you guys as well. Thank you always for supporting us as well. If I've been a bit ratty today, apologies, but I think everyone knows by now I'm kind of big on respecting.
Yeah, there's no
just,
excuse for people
yeah,
being rude.
like
There's no
everyone,
excuse.
anyone who knows me, and I'm not gonna like everyone who watches the show doesn't know me. They only see what they see here. Anyone who actually knows me knows how big I am when it comes to respect and not going out your way to be disrespectful. So if I've come across ratty to anyone who's new or anyone who doesn't know me that well, apologies to you people. But to those who have been rude, then yeah, I still don't apologize. Just you learn from this, innit? And if you don't, then you will learn one day.
Yeah, there's no excuse for being rude to people. A disagreement is completely fine.
No,
if I say something, I've always said, if I say something you don't agree with, you're like, drift, man.
Bruv,
Man.
How many times
we can have a conversation. But
exactly.
if you go, shut the fuck up, it's like, nah, bro, hold on a minute. Who are you talking to?
Yes.
Now, who are you talking to? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, who are you talking to, bro? Like, seriously.
Exactly.
Do you know the type of heat shut the fuck up brings? Like, you don't say things like that, man. That's just bang out of order, bro. Like you said, people are too flippantly rude. I don't like, I get where you're coming from, but I'm more on the rudeness, which I guess you hold hands, respect and rudeness hold hands with each other. Yeah. But like, I'm big on don't be rude. I cannot take rudeness, bro. Please, thank you, hold the door open. You got like, I'm manners, bro. Don't be rude, bro.
It's free.
I can't take rudeness, bro. But there's no room for rudeness. And if I'm ever, and this is the thing, if I'm ever rude to somebody, they will always know they were rude first. Straight up and down. You will never meet me or talk to me or anything, and you'll be like, wow, just rude, isn't it? Yeah. No, if I was rude to you, you were rude to me. It's that simple, bro. I don't understand rudeness, man. It makes no sense, bro.
Precisely. And again, anyone who has met me since I've been doing Kop-Ish, I'm pretty sure they will kind of agree with the testament that I try and remain as respectful to everyone I meet. So again, we leave that there. Jamrock says, Drift, he rushed Robo back from injury instead of Simicast. Facts. Again, Jamrock's another example. Me and Jamrock always disagree, but it's never rude between us. Never. Always banter, always cool. But Jamrock, I'll be honest with you, you've got me agreeing with you a lot more than I used to disagree recently. So I think
Jamrock is the perfect example of how to disagree respectfully. We always disagree, but no one's ever rude to each other. Like I think that's the perfect example of how to not agree but not be rude to each other.
Yeah,
like,
saying that though, we can't really get rude to Jamrock. Jamrock will get our channel shut down because he's good with FSG in them, man, innit?
Yeah, for real.
Mr. Dare I say it just said Matt doing a disappearing. Matt doing a disappearing. Like Naby, no, Matt couldn't be with us today, but he's not injured, so no, he's good. Zabiri says, I do their backup power emergency. They can't operate without it. It's like a hostage situation for me at times, but I was born for this. You'll never walk alone. Bless up.
I hear that.
Bless up.
There's enough people relying on important equipment and stuff, so yeah, that's real.
Vern says, I used to drink in Croydon. I know about rudeness. Facts, but you'll also know if you're rude to someone in Croydon, then it could be a short night as well.
Shout out everyone who knows that if you're walking through Croydon, there's that one part you got to brace yourself for some bullshit. It's where you're walking past McDonald's. You know when you're walking down the main bit.
During the day, yeah. During the night time, it's like the little Five Guys area and where the club bits are.
Boy, I ain't been in Croydon at night time for a minute, Cal. Why days? But yeah, in the middle of the day,
myself up with the Five Guys still. That's.
I thought you was on a diet, bro.
No, I am. Today's my cheat day. Shout out to Sam Fitness. I'm on a cheat day today. Look, and I'm still drinking my water. I'm still.
Bro, Five Guys has got the greasiest chips. It's probably the worst place you could go if you're on a diet, man. Bro.
Man, just looking for me to get in trouble. Sam, don't listen to him, Sam. I'm still on the diet, bro. Mr. Dare I say it, Drift says, Miss Super Chat, Cal, you still taking Haaland over Basuma and Rafinha?
Nah, he's not. I think Cal realizes that we're better in numbers.
Sometimes no answer is your answer, bro. Like,
There you go.
I've got no rebuttal. I would have to
Although
take
you could look at the other way and go, if Haaland plays in today's game, we'll probably go 4-0 up, and then we don't even worry about the midfield. So
Yeah, for real.
I guess it can go both ways, you know what I mean?
Crypto Nation said Matt's never here when Cater isn't coincidence. We're saying he's morphing, yeah.
Well, is this like the Michael Jackson and is it Letitia? Latoya? Is it Latoya? What's the sister that everybody thought they were the same? They're like, they're never in the room at the same time. Is it if Latoya's there, it's not Michael. Michael's there. It's not...
Do you know what? I'd probably still take Haaland, you know, just me being stubborn and the fact that I know he's going to score a goal today, probably. He scores he scores that Firmino chance.
Yeah, probably does.
And then probably makes a goal out of nothing again, probably.
Here's the weird thing about Firmino, though, bro, is normally we're like, I'll be a bit more selfish, bro. Today was a chance to roll it to Mane. Mane had an open net. If he just rolls it to Mane, don't get me wrong, I'm not blaming him because in the heat of the moment, it was easy to not notice Mane was there. But Mane was right there in the middle of the goal. If he'd have just slipped it, even the keeper had committed himself to Firmino's shot. So if he'd have just slipped it, Mane had an open net, bro. Yeah, that was disappointing, man.
Zaha said LVG told him to play right wing back / striker or leave Man United. Oh, boy. Right wing back for Zaha.
Bloody hell. We drew with Brighton today, bro, didn't we? You know when you realise what it is again? Like,
yeah, I'll be honest. See, again, even Rich Dean says it. I even remained respectful to Drifty when he said Casey and Jojo over Jodeci. Facts. I'll be honest. That's the closest I've come to swearing and cussing at Drift online, bro. I'm not gonna like. That is the closest I've come, bro.
Blah. Hey, don't get me started. Don't get me started.
That's a soundtrack for the game today, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, bro.
Somebody done me wrong. Eyes to the ceiling all night long. All night long, yeah. Time is slipping away from me. Away from me.
That's how I felt in about the 84th minute, you know.
Ain't like, no telling when I get home. I gotta get home.
You know, that's my favorite R&B singer, by the way.
Who, Casey? Casey's a G still.
I think he's got the best voice in R&B. So that's just my opinion.
Top 5. The thing is, the person with the best voice is the person we can't speak about, innit?
Oh, do you think so? Yeah.
Probably his voice is mad, but we can't speak about it.
Yeah,
He's
cancelled. No, it's true.
He's fully cancelled.
Yeah. He's done out here.
I tell him, John, temperature like 100 degrees.
That's my tune, you know, bro. Oh my days.
Trust me, that is a soundtrack for today. Still, you know what? I think going forward, you need a soundtrack for every game. Still, that's my little challenge I set to myself. A little soundtrack for every game. Today is definitely live by Casey and Jojo.
Oh boy.
But yes, people, once again, make sure you get in your viewers review to us. teamkopish@gmail.com. 90 seconds, please, people. Filming in landscape, people. John's killing me. Just like a bird. I just want to fly free and own a piece of land. Somewhere. Gee. Oh.
Do you know that's the only tune I know all the words to?
Is it?
Yeah. It's the only tune.
I'm singing it loud tonight. Oh boy. Mr. Darcy says we have to win versus Spanish Burnley or it's a bad week. Spanish Burnley is so harsh, man. They actually play decent ball, man.
I'm not gonna lie, we really need to get that win though, so that we can take those last 2 games off a bit.
Yeah. For real. Zabiri says, I didn't move to cow dissing Ronaldinho. So, Zabiri, take that back, bro. I did not diss Ronaldinho. this has got to stop. I didn't diss Ronaldinho. I made a mistake. I've apologized pretty much weekly since I said it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, guys. We've been dragging Cal for a year now.
I'm a good character, bro.
He knows he fucked up, guys.
I've done my bird. I've reconciled with the family. Like, let me off, man. Please let me have that. Please. I'm sorry. I made a mistake. Mr. DKO, thank you for becoming a member.
You know. I bet you won't do it again.
Shall I tell you when it really hit me?
As soon as anybody says Ronaldinho, I reckon Cal gets a hot flush that just flows through his body like, oh shit, we're talking about Ronaldinho.
Well, but imagine, so I picked up my little one from nursery, yeah, and one of the guys there, he's watched our stuff, innit? And we were speaking, and he was like, it's like, even when some people say about Ronaldinho, they don't rate him. Bro, I swear to you, I stood there and I was like, oh no, he's seen it. This is where I get punched up for something I say on camera, innit? But he just scooted past. I was thinking, oh, thank God he didn't. But yeah, I'm never going to live it down. Bruv, shall I tell you when it really hit me? Because what I said at the time, I was thinking, yeah, I reckon it's justified. I've articulated myself. But I was getting DMs, voice notes. I was like, you know what? Have I just completely got this wrong? And I thought, let me go back and look through his archive. I got about 3 minutes into a 25-minute archive video. And I said, man, oh man, what have I done there? What have I done there? I said, what have I done
You could actually watch a tape of him after Barcelona and you wouldn't even doubt the man. Do you know what I mean? And he didn't even care after that.
I know. I just looked at it and I was 3 minutes in. And do you know how bad it was? You know my missus don't like football. She was like, oh, he's really good. I was just like, oh, man.
Shut up, man.
You see when she says that about a footballer, like when she says a footballer's good, they are phenomenal, innit? So for when I heard that, I was like, I've made a boo-boo here. I need to apologize straight away. But
yeah, I beg you leave me alone for a little while, please.
Yeah.
Just do something in any other room. I don't even care what it is. Just leave me alone, man.
Oh boy. Zabiri says, Cal, you got still Christmas till you're free. I'll take it. Just free me after Christmas, man. Jamrock says you don't draw to Brighton at home if you want to win the league. Fact, you also don't draw to Brentford away as well. So
yeah,
I hear it.
You don't do those ones, man. You don't.
But I do maintain, I don't think as fans we should be giving up on the league yet. Not yet. I get the frustration.
I'm not giving up. I just know. But yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Fair dues. Well, people, what are we today? Saturday. We're back on Monday. But Drift, you're going to go and watch UFC, so we're up to date for Monday, though, right?
Bro, you're going to kill me. I've actually got to catch up on last week's as well, bro.
Yeah, you should have kept that to yourself still. You really... You want me to start cussing you on camera? Okay, cool. I'm going to maintain my dignity, though. Zabiri says, Cal was like Loki at the end of the first Avengers. The Hulk smashed, yeah? Drift, I beg you, just leave last week's one, because it's got no relevance on tonight. Just make sure you watch tonight's one, please, Drift.
Yeah, I
me,
will.
That's all I'm asking, bro.
Bro, the mood I'm in, I need to watch people getting punched in the face, bro. I'm in that type of mood.
Still.
I'm in that type of mood.
Bit much.
Yeah.
Still.
But I don't want to do it myself, so I'm going to go watch people do it legally, innit?
Very true. Very true. Also, there's another one next week as well, Drift. So you're gonna have to catch up with last week's one soon.
Yeah,
well.
I know.
So obviously, Drift's watching it tonight, people. You heard him, so we'll be speaking about that on Monday as well, people. Much love and respect to everyone who jumped in the comments today. Obviously, not the result we wanted. As man like Matt would say, we move and hopefully we go and give Atletico Madrid a good beating and take out our frustration.
The match reviews will be interesting.
Yes.
And get them in ASAP, guys. Get them in as soon as possible. And look out for that video tomorrow. That'll be released tomorrow, guys.
Indeed. But no, thank you very much, everyone. Until next time, stay safe, stay blessed. We are Kopish and we are out. Take care, people.
Peace.
Thank you.